This is a key to Worksheet 8.7, Part 2. And in this section, remember this section deals with car ownership. And so number one, you are asked to find the monthly payments and total interest for a loan that has been financed for $140,000, and it's a 30-year fixed rate mortgage at 5.5%. Okay. Now, the formula you're going to use for that, remember, is the loan payment formula. And this is the formula you use for purchasing a car, and it's the same formula you're going to use for mortgages. Okay, so in number one, you're just going to substitute the values into here and just make sure you use your calculator correctly. So in 1A, you have the principal, which is the amount that you borrowed, which is $140,000. Okay, it's $140,000. And then times the rate, which is 5.5%, so you have to convert that to a decimal, so 0.055, divided by, and remember, when you're dealing with fixed installment, is how many installments each year. So in a year, there are 12 installments. Remember, monthly payments, so 12 installments. Divided by, bracket, 1 minus parentheses, 1 plus, or divided by n again, so 0.055, divided by 12, raised to, now make sure you put that in parentheses, negative n, which is 12, times the time. Remember, the time is 30 years. Don't forget to close the parentheses and then close the bracket. Okay? All right, now, using a calculator, let's see what we get. So in the calculator, make sure you use it correctly. So trying to get the glare off of this. Let's see. All right, let's see if this will work. All right, so we have 140,000. Okay, make sure I have 140. Okay, times 0.055 divided by 12. Close the parentheses. Now you're dividing that, and make sure you put parentheses. Open parentheses 1 minus, open parentheses 1 plus 0.055 divided by 12. Close that parentheses. Now you got to do it your exponent. So you're going to raise it to an exponent. Parentheses, negative 12 times 30. Close the exponent and then close the denominator. And then press equal. Now to nearest cent, it is $794.90. So $794.90. So that is your monthly payment. So for the next 30 years, you have to pay at least that amount. So $794.90. Okay? So that's your monthly payment. Okay, now they want you to find also the total interest for the loan. All right, so let's think about it this way. So to find the total interest, all right, so remember, your monthly payment includes interest and principal. Okay, so to find the total interest, what I would do is I would take the monthly payment. So we're going to figure out how much the total, we're going to figure out the total. First thing we're going to do first, figure out the total accumulated value of that loan. All right, so it's $794.90 a month, right? There are 12 months in a year. You all agree with that? 12 months in a year. So that's the amount for 1 year, but there are 30 years. So you guys also say times 30, and let's see what we get. All right, so the total accumulated value of the loan, $749.90 times 12 times 30. So that's $269,964. So that's how much you would end up paying. All right. Now, the interest, remember, this amount includes the amount you borrowed plus the interest. All right. So remember, you borrowed this amount. All right. So not only do you pay that, but you have to pay all that interest, and that's the total you have to pay all together. So the interest then, the interest will equal $269,964, subtract what you borrowed, and that's going to give you $129,964. I mean, just think about that. So over 30 years, that's how much interest you would end up paying. So it's always a good idea, whenever possible, to each month or whenever you can, put more towards the principal, because the more you put towards the principal, the smaller this becomes. All right, so that was 1A. All right, now 1B, what they want you to do in 1B is to complete for the first 3 months the loan amortization schedule. All right, so remember your loan balance is $140,000. Okay, so I'm going to put $140,000 here, so that's how much you borrowed. All right, we already know what the monthly payment is. So the monthly payment, we're going to put that here. Payment number, so the monthly payment was what, $794.90? Okay, $794.90, $794.90. So each month, that's what you pay. All right, now remember, to find the interest, you can use that simple interest formula. So interest equals principal times rate times time. Okay, and so in the first one, to find the interest, you're going to say the principal, which is what you, remember that's the first month, so that's what you owe. So $140,000 times the rate, which is 0.055, times the time. Now remember, that's 1 month. Okay, so we got to convert, remember time must be in years. So we have to convert that months to years. That's 1/12. So times 1/12. All right, so using your calculator, let's figure out how much interest that is. How much interest you owe that first month. So you're going to say 140,000 times 0.055 times 1 divided by 12, right? And so that's $641.67. So $641.67. Make sure you round off correctly. Nearest cent. All right. So that's nearest cent means a hundredths place. So you look at the thousand. Since that's a 6, this 6 becomes 7. All right. Now that's how much of this goes towards your interest. All right. So that's a big amount. So the rest goes towards the principal. All right. So let's figure out how much goes towards the principal. To figure out how much goes towards the principal, you have to subtract these two. So you're going to say 794.90 minus 641.67. And so let's see what we get. So 794.9 minus 641.67 equals $153.23. So that's how much goes towards the principal. So your loan balance is now, to find your loan balance, you subtract these. So you're going to say 140,000 minus $153.23. So 140,000 minus 153.23. And so you get 139,846.77. All right, so that's how much, after the first month, that's how much you owe in that loan. Okay, then the second month, you're going to pay this amount. Part goes towards the interest, part goes towards the principal. So the interest now, remember the interest is principal times rate times time, so that's your new principal, that's your new loan balance right here. So you're going to say 139,846.77 times 0.055 times 1 divided by 12. Okay, so the principal times the rate. Remember, the rate stays the same and the time stays the same. It's always going to be, the rate's going to be 0.055. The time's going to be 1/12 throughout. It's the principal that changes because your loan amount keeps decreasing. All right, so now let's see what we get. So the loan balance, which I still have here, times 0.055 times 1 divided by 12. So now your interest is $640.96, right? $640.96. Since that's a 4, the 6 stays 6. Your principal, you're going to subtract these two. So you're going to say 794.90 minus 640.96. And let's see what we get. So 794.9 minus 640.96 equal, so that's $153.94. So that's the amount that goes towards the principal. To find your new balance, you subtract these two. So I'm going to say 139,846.77 minus 153.94. So let's see, 139,846.77 subtract 153.94 equals, and you get $139,692.83. And then for the third month, you do the same thing. So interest equals principal times rate times time. The rate stays the same, the time stays the same throughout each month. It's the principal that changes. So that now we're going to say 139,692.83 times 0.055 times 112, right? Okay, so times 0.055 times 1 divided by 12 equals, so that's 640.26. So 640.26. All right. And then so the remainder goes towards the interest, so that's going to be 794.90 minus 640.26. So let's see, 794.9 minus 640.26 equal, so 154.64. And so that goes towards the principal. So let's see what your ending balance is at the end of the third month. So that's going to be this subtract this. So 139,692.83 minus 154.64. So let's see what that is. All right, 692.83. Make sure I put that in correctly. I could mess up. 154.64 equal, oops, I did mess up. So let me do this again. So 139,692.83 minus 154.64 equals, all right, so 139,538.19. Okay, so that's the first 3 months of your amortization schedule. Okay. All right, now number 2, this should be number 2. So number 2, it says most financial advisors suggest that you spend no more than 28% of your gross monthly income for your mortgage payment. They also suggest that you spend no more than 36% of your gross monthly income for your total monthly debt. All right, so suppose that your gross annual income is $50,000. So in 1 year, let's suppose you make $50,000. And then part A, what is the maximum amount you should spend each month on a mortgage payment? Part B, what is the maximum amount you should spend each month for total credit obligations? And part C, if your monthly mortgage payment is 70% of the maximum you can afford, what is the maximum amount you should spend each month for all other debt? Okay? All right, so now, so notice in the problem it says 28% of your gross monthly income, right? And then 36% of your gross monthly income. So what you got to do first, before we do any of this, is figure out what your gross monthly income is. So if your gross annual income is $50,000, so this will be number 2. So number 2, so if your gross, we are told that your gross annual income is $50,000, so then, write this down, your gross annual income is $50,000, right? So then your gross monthly income is, all right, to figure that out, remember, if there are 12 months in a year, so you're going to say 50,000 divided by 12 equal, and let's see what that is. So 50,000, all right, 50,000 divided by 12 equals, so that's about, to the nearest cent, 14166.67. All right, and it doesn't tell us how to round off here, so I'm going to go ahead and use the nearest dollar. So I'm going to go ahead and say approximately 4167. Okay, So it didn't tell us how to round off. Now, number one, you were told to round off near a cent. But in number two, you're not told how to round this off. So we're going to use the nearest whole dollar. Okay, so I can spend about, so my gross monthly income is about this amount, right? Okay. Now, let's look at Part A. So Part A says this. What is the maximum amount you should spend each month on a mortgage payment? All right, so this says this. You should spend no more than 28% of your gross income on your mortgage payment. So to do that, you're going to say the maximum is 28%, so 0.28, right, of your gross monthly income. So 4167. So that's going to be about, again, let's just round off the nearest whole dollar. So that's going to be 4167 times 0.28 is about 1167. So the maximum I can spend is about $1,167. Okay. All right. So that's Part A. Now Part B says this. What is the maximum amount you should spend each month for total credit obligations? So you're told that you should spend no more than 36% of your gross monthly income for total monthly debt, right? So you're going to say Part B, you're going to say the maximum is 0.36 times 4167. And so that's going to be about, so let's see, 4167 times 0.36 equal, so about $1,500. Okay, $1,500. Okay. All right. And then Part C says this. If your monthly mortgage payment is 70% of your maximum, all right, 70% of your maximum that you can afford, what is the maximum amount you should spend each month for all other debt? Okay, so first of all, what that means is this. So remember, the maximum you can spend on mortgage is this right here. So what they're saying in Part C is that you're not spending 100% of that. So you're spending less. So your mortgage payment is actually less than this amount. So it's 70%. So first of all, let's figure out what the actual mortgage payment is. So the actual mortgage payment, mortgage amount, and that should say monthly, is, all right, so remember it says 70%, so 0.7 times, it says 70% of, and then this amount, 1167, and so that's about, so let's see, 1167 times 0.7 equals, so about $817. All right, so that's how much you're actually spending. All right, so the rest of that amount, see, this is what you the maximum you could have used. This is what you're actually using. So the difference can go towards the other debt. Okay. All right. So let's talk about that. So you're told that the actual mortgage is this amount, right? The maximum you can spend on all debt is this amount, right? Okay. Now, okay, so what we have so far is this. So the maximum you can spend on all debt is this, right? Okay, so that's the maximum you can spend on all debt. This is what you're actually spending. So the rest of that amount can go here. So one way to figure that out is this way. So think, for all debt, the maximum is, in this case, $1,500, right? $1,500. Now, you're subtracting this amount from here. Okay, you're subtracting this amount from here. So for all debt, the maximum is $1,500. This is how much you're actually spending on the mortgage instead of this. So you're just going to to find out how much can go towards the other debt, you just take this, subtract it from here. So the amount available for other debt is, I'm going to say 1,500 minus 817, and that's going to be, let's say 1,500 minus 817 and $683. Okay, $683. So that's how much money is available for debt. So the point being this. So I need you to think about this. So you see right here where you're told that the maximum that's available for all debt is this. So any credit obligation, credit cards, and so forth is this. If you did spend this, I want you to think about this. So suppose your mortgage amount is $1,167. Okay? So how much would be available for all the other debt? So in this case, the amount available for other debt is 1,500 minus 1,167, which is, let's see, 1,500 minus 1,167, which is $333, right? Okay, so that's all you would have to pay for any other credit obligations. That's all you would have each month. But the fact that you're not spending that amount increases the amount you can use to this amount. That's what that's saying. Because see, you're not using all of your mortgage allowed. So it says the maximum you can use is this amount. Your mortgage is only 70% of that. So that's why this is a lot bigger than this. Okay? All right, so that's the answer to that part of the question, though. Okay? All right, so that is the key to Worksheet 8.7, Part 2.